How are we doing today? Oh, look who's sneaking in. Look who's sneaking into the shot. Woo! Welcome, everybody. This is Galactic Tarot, aka Alexander Mazzone, broadcasting live from Sedona, Arizona. We are back again for another one of your monthly zodiac readings for each zodiac sign. If you could do me the biggest favor, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. All the things, my family. So grateful to be with you here today. Let's get right on into it. Gotta get my pen on. Now write down the times so you guys have the updated times. If you're tuning in later, there will be little markings down at the bottom of the screen to let you know when we're live, when we're doing that reading for your zodiac sign. So we are starting off with Aries and going all the way around the wheel. Thank you all for being here with me today. So Aries, we're going to be doing the full Iron Cross, aka the Crystal Cross. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, my family. Thank you for being here. It's going good, Owen. I see you, bro. I got sound bowls in the room, so I just realized that when I'm like really loud, they're ringing. Aries, June, quantum reading. What do we have, Aries? Sorry, sister. I need more room. Ooh, okay. All right, so we're doing the full spread. There's the bottom of the deck. We get the Judgment card. So we'll see how that pertains to being the cloud cover to this entire reading. All right, starting right off from the beginning, Aries, 3 cups. Okay, so we see this celebration and we see this timeline. So basically this is saying at some point during this month, you're going to be wondering in some way, shape, or form what's going on with the timeline, how to manifest the proper timeline, or where is this celebration? How do I get in alignment with this celebration? Where is this coming from? When I look in the emotional category, the spiritual category, the 3rd card down, we have the Star card. So this is actually being projected in from other dimensional versions and or higher selves, whatever your vernacular may be, and also from guides, spirit guides, wherever this information is coming from for you, for the collective. It can be a little bit different since this is a quantum reading for everybody born under this one sign. But this is something, I'm here to validate for you that this is something coming from spirit. So it's not just you feeling it. It's not just you thinking it. This is something that is definitely happening. So moving forward to the physical, we see this card that represents travel. We see this card that represents physically going somewhere near the water, some sort of little shift, some sort of little change here, a little bit of movement. So I know that, the weather's obviously getting nicer, at least in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, it might be time to make this trip. And if it's not somewhere that you actually fly to, actually just, getting in the car or, getting on a bus or a train and going somewhere by the water. If the water is not nearby for you, there's an importance in actually going and kind of like resetting. I'm seeing this little bit of resetting. It's like, is this trip business or pleasure? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. When I look in the past location, so this is one of these kind of like telltale spots for me. If this specific card is in the 5th position, as many have known that have taken my tarot course, when I see this card in this place, this actually represents soul retrieval. So this card can represent soul retrieval normally, but when it's in this spot, it really stands out to me because this spot, the 5th spot in the Iron Cross, is the past. So we're actually seeing this card that has, since the very beginning of me doing this work, has represented this. So there might be something, and not saying that you definitely need to get this session or you need this particular session, but this is something that's going on during this month. This is some work that you're doing, and there's some kind of like retrieving, looking at the past, and maybe this is the work that's being done in nature. Maybe this is why the ocean is calling you and why spirit is telling you to go there, because that's, choosing the proper timeline, choosing the best timeline, which is better than you can ever expect, is all about what's being projected in from spirit, what spirit's telling you, and this is to be done near the water. So after going to the water, you're going to at least have a better answer if you need help with this, or if this is something that you can do yourself. Because looking at mid-month, so these two cards are connected, we see the Queen of Swords, okay? She who holds the truth, along with the Moon card. So when I see these two together, this is about processing. This is about mental thought structures. What's not serving you anymore? How do you want to be? How do you want to be thinking, speaking? How do you want to be treating others? There's something that's shifting with the next, is this full moon or new moon? Both. Okay. So it's about what you're manifesting during the new moon and what's going to be created during the full moon. We need to just internalize and realize that our present moment, whatever's taking place right now, the things that we're thinking, the things that we're saying, the spell that we're casting right here in this present moment is what's creating your tomorrow. So knowing this, knowing we want to get on the best proper timeline, let's eliminate the word try for sure. I'm trying to open this. I'm trying to open my third eye. No, we need to say every day, for example, I say this in my sessions all the time, every day my third eye opens more and more is a much more powerful spell than saying what you're trying to do, because you can try to do it for the next 10 lifetimes when it really comes down to it. So, putting things in the state of transmutation, being the alchemist, which is ba-bam, ba-bam, being the magician. What's on the cover of the deck? Being the magician that has all the elements on the table, knows their power, and creates what they desire. Because I'm seeing a little bit of, which I'm going to get into this card in a little bit when I go around the whole circle, but in this line, this is one of the lines that I pay attention to. We have the Page of Swords. So it's like drama is being created from maybe having to win arguments. You'll have to look and see what happens yourself this month, Aries. But just pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to especially the words that are coming out of your mouth. So how are others seeing you? Others are seeing you reaping what you sow. And I know that sounds so gnarly. It's not in that way. This is kind of like the harvest. What are you harvesting? People are seeing that you have this power, you have this energy to harvest and create, and you're creating, everything that's happening in your reality, you created. And when we take that ownership, and this goes for all zodiac signs, when we take that ownership and we take that, gives us full control over our reality. When we tell ourselves, okay, this is happening because of me, there's something good is coming from this. Even if it seems like a challenge, something good is coming from this situation. It literally has had stuff dissolve instantaneously for myself. So just, looking at that and seeing that's how others are viewing you right now. Hopes and fears. So is this a hope or is this a fear? It's probably a fear, because I can't see how this would be a hope card. But this is fearing some sort of blockage. Fearing some sort of blockage, maybe from a past lifetime. That's why the soul retrieval card is coming up. Or fearing something holding you back. Newsflash here. The only thing that's holding anyone back is themselves. Okay, so us doing this work, us saying that this work has begun, us, getting this done so the cup can spill over. Okay, this card is about an emotional release in this position. This card, it's a very, very good, very positive card. It can represent a baby, it can represent this, it can represent that, it can represent a lot of very awesome stuff. But for me, with this line of cards going up, reaping what you sow, some sort of blockage, and then a release. It's about releasing that thought structure, that you're blocked, releasing that thought structure that something's holding you back, and just taking full accountability for yourself, taking full accountability for your reality, and saying, whether or not somebody came in and made some gnarly challenge for us, being grateful for them that, without this, maybe we wouldn't have woken up. Maybe you wouldn't even be watching this video right now. Maybe you would have never looked inwards to realize who you are. We're going to skip right over that Page of Swords card again because we already touched base on it. Who you really are in the cosmic position. A high angelic. The Temperance card. This is very, very good. I have seen my angelic family go through a lot of gnarly things. I remember back when my third eye was like really open, while my eyes were open. This was a shift that took place about 2012, 2013. I started to be able to see more and more, aside from closing my eyes and finding my third eye and tuning in, I started to actually see a lot more in my peripheral vision. Because the eye is round, it's actually, said that we're breaking dimensions. That's why sometimes we see things on the sides. To those of you that your third eye is on, or it's turning on more and more every day, and then we whip the head over and it disappears, because we're actually breaking dimensions, because everything looks like it's right here, but basically because the eye is round, we're breaking dimensions on the sides. So this is work that I've been doing for years. When I'm seeing something on the sides, pausing and just using that peripheral vision to really focus on it and see what's coming through before I get into this, what's going on? What's that over there? And then it's just gone. And I haven't had it come back through again, but I'm sure somebody out there is having some sort of validation from this. But what I was saying was, with these high angelics, I would literally see sometimes, two people talking. I got my headphones on because this was really happening at first for me in the gym. I'm just firing all endorphins, doing my shoulder presses or my squats or whatever it is. And when my energy was at its highest and I was just in that really high vibrational state of the body, I would really have a lot of my ears really hearing things that I didn't hear, spiritual stuff I'm hearing, and especially the sight. So I saw these two brothers squared off, facing each other, and full embodiment. I see wings coming out of their backs. So full-blown angel wings coming out of their backs. I know this might sound a little crazy to some. There's another thing. I want to just pause for 1 second and say that. I was just saying eliminating the word try, eliminating the word crazy, eliminating the word weird, eliminating all these words that we have for, isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy? Sometimes we're not casting the best spell, and I'm talking about myself also. But I get the calls all the time. I'm on the phone pretty much constantly lately in sessions. So I hear it all day. It's we have to stop saying it's crazy. We have to stop saying it's weird, and we don't have to. I just think it would be more of a benefit, and more would be allowed to come through, and we might actually be diluting the message or diluting the energy by saying it's crazy, it's weird, it's this, it's that. It's a miracle. It's interesting. There's another word we can cast. But either way, I pop an ear. I know you're not supposed to eavesdrop, but I'm just what are these guys talking about that I see angel wings come out of their backs? And I pop an ear in my headphones, and I hear them talking about how they're going to an AA meeting. So I was well, this is interesting. I was I got full-blown angelics in the physical, and they're fighting off this addiction to alcohol. And they're saying oh, I drove last time. Do you want to pick me up or this or that? And I went home and I sat with this, and I started to see more and more, why this is happening, and tuning into spirit and tuning in with my angelic and be why? And it's a lot of times, especially in the past, there's this fire burning in our chest, and we have this fire, just kind of incinerating out of control with it, whether it's with life purpose or whatever it is. We're supposed to be doing something. It feels like we're forgetting it. So sometimes that can lead us, into certain things, or has led some of our family into drugs or alcohol or this thing or sexual addiction or whatever it is. So, just to kind of normalize that for you guys, and to just know, if you've had any of these histories or any of that stuff, that does not mean you're any less of the high angelic that you came here to be. And that might be the challenge that was manifested. So you would seek the light. So you would be put into this dark night of the soul, so to speak. So moving on from there and looking at the look into the future. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. We love her. There she is. Everyone's favorite lady. Well, at least mine. We get the High Priestess card. So, you know, this balance of all the knowledge, being able to see beyond the veil. The Lover's card. Awesome. Soulmate, twin flame, aka soul family. Does not mean it actually has to be that frequency. And then the choice. Where are we going to live? Where are we going to be? Timelines, once again. So we have this timeline in the beginning down on its side. And then we see this timeline being chosen at the end of the month. So Aries, you know, you have a little bit of work to do this month. Let's really like tune in, see what is it that I want? Who is the reflection that I want to stand in front of me? Because when it comes to, and this isn't a love reading, but I'm getting the Lover's card here at the end, and that'll be on the 15th this month. But when somebody steps forward, they're an exact reflection in most ways of who we are in that present moment. So this is all about doing this work, looking beyond the veil and seeing, you know, what is it in myself that I want to shift? What is it in myself that I want to transmute or dissolve to be the best version of myself? And it looks like a lot of this work is mental. Some of it's the thoughts that we're thinking, and definitely the words that are coming out of our mouths. So also pay attention to if there's a certain aspect that likes to talk about others and or enjoys drama. And, you know, I would pay attention also to the, you know, the entertainment, the TV shows you're watching. You know, so sometimes we're watching certain things, or I see people watching certain things like, you know, some sort of like soap opera or something like that. And, you know, sometimes this becomes normalized and then they don't even realize that they're creating these situations in their own lives. So, anything else here? Anything else here? Oh yeah, that cloud cover. This is about the true awakening. This is about what you came here to do. We've got the angelic here. We've got the angelic here. Same angel, so to speak. Looks very similar, at least to me. So this whole thing is about the awakening and this realization of who you are, what you came here to be, and am I that person right now? Because once again, there's another angel. Okay, being the angelic that you know you are, being the person that you came here to be, you got to be them yourself for them to step forward. You got to be them yourself for this to reflect into your entire reality. So you got to really ask your questions instead of having these blames that we blame certain people and we blame certain times. You know, I'm not just talking to you, Aries. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to all the signs. There's a lot of times that we blame certain situations and things on a certain person or a certain place or a certain thing. And we asked for it. We either asked for it before we came here, or it's some sort of reoccurring pattern that needs to be healed, needs to be transmuted. So what time are we at? 18:11. 18:11? I just talked for 20 minutes to just Aries? One of those days, huh? Okay. Taurus. Here we go. Feel free to watch your rising sign, your moon, your Mars for more information. Very similar in its own way, because we get this at the bottom of the deck. So we get the spirit guide, the other dimensional version, the higher self, we have them represented at the bottom of the deck. So this is the cloud cover over the entire reading. And then starting off right from number 1 and 2, the 4 and the against, we get to the Page of Pentacles with that that physical vacation that Aries was being told to do. Okay, so this basically seems like there's some sort of limiting thought structure on time and or abundance. And Taurus knows they want to get out. Taurus knows they want to go on this trip or go by the water. And there's some sort of limiting thought structure, or it could even be, because I look in the energetic, it could even be that, the person that we're with, the person that's in our reality, like maybe we don't want to travel with them in particular, or they don't want us to go without them. Because this is basically saying that, the trip's not happening because of a thought structure. This is this very large hat. So this can be related to money because, this card represents, I have money, but not a ton. But it also could be a limiting thought structure on time as well. It could be, I have time, but I can't get the time off of work. I can't get this or that. When this is definitely very possible. And it's really the alone time that's necessary, the alone time in the physical. Taking time to spend time out in nature. So if you cannot, Taurus, if you can't go on this physical trip, make sure that you're going somewhere nearby and you're taking this time for yourself. Looking back at the past, there she is, that earth goddess. We don't use the W word here. There's that earth goddess in the past location. So this is reminding you, whether you're a guy, whether you're a lady out there, this is reminding you of your connection to nature and how much nature importance is to you in your mental, spiritual, and physical well-being, all of the above. This is saying to get out into nature, and you know who you are, you remember who you are, and you know how you feel when you're with all the elements. When you're either by that running water or by the ocean, and your feet are on the earth and the sun is on your skin and the wind is going through your hair. There were many times in life when, before I was even awake, where like I just inherently knew this, and I was like, I got to go here. I got to get out into nature. Like when something was going on emotionally or mentally, it's always nature. It's like nature and music for me. Having that good music playing and just kind of getting out there. So this is also saying, if you can't go on the trip, which I think you can, if you can't actually book this trip that you really want to go on, it's very important that you spend this alone time out in nature. It's all about mastery codes, okay? Because these two cards are connected. We have both kings here, of the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So when we see these two cards together, this is basically showing all these mastery codes, showing all this frequency. And it's a lot of magic. It's a lot of fire. It's a lot of mastery. So when we see all this mastery, it's this reminder of our magical, but it's also a reminder of the physical and like what we came here to do, what we came here to create. Whether it's a job, whether it's abundance, it's about getting alone to see what's really coming through and knowing that this mastery is coming through. So how are others viewing you? Others are viewing you as having physical, mental, and spiritual abundance. Why would this one be mental? There are many belief structures, especially in the past, like, since this art is very old now, like the saying, I know it by heart. So, there was belief structures that our memories were actually stored in the heart. And I'm sure there's some, awakened people out there right now that might believe the same thing, that thoughts aren't stored in the mind. The mind is still very much so unknown in science and biology. It's like we have some things that are theories, but they're not laws. So this belief structure was the thoughts were in the heart. So this know it by heart sort of situation, mind, body, spirit. So people are seeing you have all this stuff, but it's about using it to head towards that victory, because this is the hopes and fears. So you're hoping you're heading towards victory. So to be definitely heading towards victory, Spirit's letting you know there's something that you're processing from the past, and this will transmute much faster if you go on this trip or you get out into nature. Once again, another card that can represent energy returning to you. This card's representing energy returning to you, like this, kind of like this, because my intention's right here on the open aspect of this tomb here. So as we see this open, the energy returning, the energy coming back to you, okay? And this belief structure that it's hard work. It doesn't have to be hard work, because once again, this is in a diagonal with this card, with the thought structures of time or abundance. There's definitely a way to get this going. There's definitely a way to do this, or to say it's going to happen and put the appropriate manifestation in to make sure that it does happen and get it done here. If you think it's hard work, then it is hard work. But it's all about our magical ability. And we'll see that by the end of this. The cosmic location, the cosmic card, and the cosmic position is moving forward while looking backwards. So you're moving forwards but looking backwards. This is how we trip. And I'm not saying you definitely are, everybody watching this born under that sign. I'm saying that the majority, there's something you're processing from the past, and to move forward and to be in the present moment, which is all that exists, we can't have this connection to the past any longer. We have to dissolve it. We have to get to that balance. Because once again, Spirit's at the bottom. Your guide, or your other dimensional version, is the cloud cover here. So when I look at these last three cards, this is a reminder from them. Boom, boom, boom. The energy's coming in. The energy's coming in to remind you to balance, to find the truth, seek the truth, get the balance. And this reminder of your magical ability. You have all the elements on the table. I see you're heading towards victory. I see you're manifesting what you desire. So what do you desire right now, whether you know it or not, is this vacation, this trip that you very much so deserve. So just make sure that if there are any limiting thought structures, or what they are, really looking at them, really asking yourself, is this my truth? And if it is, and if you're like kind of like really attached to that thought structure, then make sure you're going somewhere nearby, getting at least to that running creek near you, and finding where's the water. Okay. All right, Taurus, where are we at now? 26:55. 55. Taurus. Is this Gemini? Yeah. Gemini. How was that birthday? Or happy birthday. Okay. All righty. Gemini, let's do this. Never mind. All this timeline stuff. Okay. Bottom of the deck, do unto others as we want done unto ourselves. It's a very popular card in these readings, isn't it? All right. So, Gemini, it's about the divine masculine this month. This month of June is about the divine masculine, because we see this card that represents the marriage of the masculine and the feminine. And then we see this card of masculine fire down on his side. Okay, so there's some sort of work that we should be doing right now, whether it's just thought structures in the mind of how can I improve from this point? How do I improve the timeline? Thoughts of how do I get to the best possible place? Because we're seeing this right here in the energetic of this energy choice, this energy. So it's like, once again, like I said, I'm seeing timelines. In the physical, we're seeing a change. seeing a drastic change because this card is representing the phoenix rising from the ashes. So we're seeing this big shift come in from thought structures, from this divine masculine. So this is like, basically, this looks like this is happening either way. This is happening one way or another, and it can be more gentle, or it can be something that's just gonna happen. And when we look at it, it's mastery stuff. So either way, it's very, very good. It's a very, very positive thing. It just might not seem that way in the present moment of it taking place. When I look back on the past, we get the Two of Swords. So this has been something that's, there's been some situation in life where action is needed, where there's been some difficulty of deciding, do I go left or do I go right? And no movement happened whatsoever. We just kind of stayed there in the middle instead of making the choice, instead of making the move. When I look forward into the, mid-month, like the main gist and meat and potatoes of what's going on this month, these two cards being connected, we have the inner child, we have the divine feminine. So to have him down on its side, it's like, this would all kind of look like a family working together, but he's down on its side. So there's, like I said, there's some sort of divine masculine code that spirit wants you to remind you of. It's like, awesome, you've done the work, you've done the inner child work, you've done the divine feminine work. There's something to do with the divine masculine. And mind you, this shift, these are going on astrologically. This happened with, actually like the moon going dark and the position that the moon went dark in between the claws of Scorpio and the bow and arrow of Sagittarius. It was a very influential position. And this stuff is shifting. It's like, the way I've been looking at it, it's almost like the shadow side is having some sort of civil war right now, not wanting to make the same decisions, not wanting to be in the same place. So this, not that the masculine is shadow, but looking at things as black and white and looking at things as light and dark, not that one is bad and one is good and one is evil, looking at them as just two opposing forces that both are necessary cogwheels in the function of reality. There's stuff shifting with the masculine, there's stuff shifting with our belief structure. So if you're having thoughts, if you're having things that you're processing, Gemini, this is what's actually happening, is what spirit wants to let you know. Because others looking at you, so others are viewing like there's some situation, whether it's some decision that wasn't made, that you think it's too late, whatever this is from the past with this Two of Swords, there's something with crying over spilled milk. And, it's like things could have been worse. Like, see how these two cups are still standing and the person's focused on these spilled cups. So just, keep that in mind. Things could have always gone better. Things could have also always been worse. Like, no matter how bad we think a situation is. So we just need to, like I was saying earlier, I think that was in Aries, we need to be grateful for the situation. We need to be grateful for the challenge and take ownership over it and say, I created this. So let me see why. Why did I create this situation? Hopes and fears, completion. So, for this to complete, it's about making this decision, figuring out what this decision is, either just letting it go, letting it dissolve completely, or, realizing that maybe the belief structure of, oh, it's too late, oh, I woulda, shoulda, coulda, isn't true, and there's still time. But the completion also of this trifecta of man, woman, and child, all within the individual, all within ourselves. And, the way that I've been really paying attention to this is the inner child. This goes for everybody. The inner child, the joy. What do I want to do? This goes over to the feminine. The feminine is almost just like the intuition. How do I do this? How do I create this? It's like she works on the business strategy, so to speak. And not that it's only about business, but looking at it in that way. She's the one who's like, basically, okay, this is what we do is I tune in. And then the masculine is the driving force. Rinse, wash, and repeat, and go through these functionalities. Spending most of the day, in my eyes, in my opinion, in the inner child. That's just where I see the most benefit, the most control of time, and the most joy that we share with others. But yeah, that completion was like the longest explanation ever. The Chariot card. Okay, so looking at the Chariot once again. We see the white, we see the black, we see this driving the vehicle forward, driving the Merkaba forward. Where is the Merkaba heading towards? Where are we driving towards? There he is again. Masculine mastery. So whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, whether you're a little youngin' watching this right now, it's about masculine codes. It's about the divine masculine, very much so. It starts with the King of Pentacles, I would say probably the most powerful masculine frequency out of the four. I guess I put it up there with the King of Swords. But then the Emperor, this is Big Daddy Grandpa of the tarot. This is the most powerful masculine frequency. And it says driving towards the Emperor. Okay. But the Cosmic card saying there's some sort of tough decision or some sort of thought structure of a blockage, which isn't real. There is no blockage. There is no blockage. We tell ourselves sometimes that there is a blockage, or we get comfortable in the challenge that we're in. But, like I was telling you earlier, Gemini, the building's coming down. It's going to happen either way. So this is something that is, it's kind of like somebody rolled a snowball down the hill and the avalanche is already happening. So we can make this a more gentle process, or we can have it just be something that manifests. But it's either way, these masculine codes are going to be learned and they're going to be integrated. So why not do them with love? There we go with this King of Cups card, the immovable object of love. And again, this card of tap, 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 information coming in, information about love, information about being the rock. Whether this is phone calls, text messages, people checking in with us, maybe birthday calls, birthday messages, whatever it is, they're offerings. They're offerings. We're getting offerings from Spirit. We're getting offerings of who we really are. So, even like I said, even if this is a goddess watching this right now, this King of Cups, there's a masculine aspect of love, of being the immovable object and staying in that frequency and not allowing ourselves to become triggered. Okay. Like this card at the bottom of the deck. It's like we tell ourselves all the time, and I've been working on it for years, not saying that, but it's like, I hear it all the time at least. Well, they made me mad because of this, or this happened because of that. But when it really comes down to it, we allow ourselves to get mad. We allow ourselves to become triggered. So, these people give us the opportunity to show our present mastery in that present moment. So nobody made you mad. Someone gave you an opportunity to show how much of a master you are. And this is that master of love. This is that immovable object. So let's make that offering a very, very good one, because I think it is. And I think either way, like I said, this whole transition is happening. Gemini to, what are we on? We're on Cancer. 3727. 3727. Cancer. Alrighty. Are you having fun yet? Okay. All right. There they are. Okay. All right, I guess I wore the right shirt today. Okay. Here we go. Cancer. What are you working on? Okay. All righty. All right. Mind, body, spirit. Mama Bear's down on her side. Why is Mama Bear down on her side? All right, let's look for more information. Okay. masculine frequencies, masculine belief structures, certain belief structures that have been put upon the mind, programs, if you will, programs that have been taught to us by others, by our football coach or ballet instructor or teachers, parents, uncles, aunts, people that we looked up to, certain belief structures, okay? And then getting right into the Knight of Cups and the physical. So this offering of love. So when I see this all together, it's almost like something took place. There was some sort of drama. Something happened that needs to be released. And it's almost just like reaching out the olive branch. Something took place, and it's up to you to be the bigger person. And it's the divine feminine that's letting you know this. It's the divine feminine that's actually going through it right now. By us not just saying to the person, and yeah, it seems like they're the ones that did wrong, or they're the ones that gave us this opportunity to not get triggered or whatever it is. But it's up to you to be the bigger person is what this says. It's up to you to be this offering of love, giving this offering of love for whatever took place. Maybe it's things from the way back in the past. Maybe it's something that happened more recently. This does seem to me like something that happened more recently. But for you, sitting, tuning in and seeing what that thing is. What is the first thing you think of when I say reach out the olive branch and be the bigger person and just, tell the person, hey, love you, this and that. Hope you're good. Hope you're this, hope you're that, so to speak. Because a reminder from the past, you're a high angelic. Once again, we're getting to this temperance card in one of these readings. So we see this temperance card of this multidimensionality. So it's like your divine feminine is saying, I want to get back into this flow. I want to get back into this energy. So it seems like there's a little bit of forgiveness that is necessary. Here we go again with the ocean. All right. We're seeing the moon. We're seeing the tides, the moon. And then we're seeing this card that represents a trip or a vacation or going by the water. So get by the water, Cancer. Get out there, get by the water, or book that vacation, that actual vacation, because this card, the Six of Swords, can represent that. How do others view you? What an awesome card to be viewed as. The most loving card in the deck, this card that represents love and unconditional love and just like high vibratory rate. So, how do people see you? Be that reflection, be that person. So whatever this situation is, whatever the heck it is that you, Spirit's asking you to be the bigger person, get it done. Get it done. And if you don't know what that is, because we have the Hopes or Fears card here, the Hermit card. So hoping for some alone time, hoping for some time out in nature, up on the mountain, or, by the creek, by the river. Once again, I think last time we had the Hermit card come up with the vacation card. So maybe there's a belief structure of, every time I've gone on a trip, I've gone with somebody else. First time I came out here to Sedona, I just literally rented a car and I came out by myself. So, maybe it's time for you to take that trip by yourself and rent a car, or go here, or drive here, or do this or that. And really, like, where are you driven to go without having to ask, where do you want to go? What do you want to do today? Putting yourself first and going on this trip, going on this vacation, going out and getting this energy to come through, getting this to dissipate and getting this to transmute. Because I can see it again here. Once again, this difficulty knowing whether to go left or go right. So this might be something that has been processed or is being processed of this person that you want to reach out to, or this person that you miss, or whatever it is. And, showing that some of the energy that's been off, some of the things that have been going on, it's because the past needs to be released. It's because Spirit wants you to remember who you are. I can see you. I love you. I know you got this. So, sometimes it's up to us to be the way showers, my family. And up in the cosmic position, the truth shall set you free. The God is holding the truth. So we have this feminine card down on her side, and then we have this feminine card sitting right up, knowing the truth, having the truth. And once again, this is why I kept saying being the bigger person. This is basically the most masculine, feminine card in the deck, at least to me. So this is a really taking ownership, really speaking the truth, and really getting the work done. Excuse me. I need some coffee. Shaman burps, anyone? Okay, back on track. All right, so I didn't want to end the reading with one of these cards, so you guys are getting extra cards, Cancer. So Page of Pentacles, thought structures, what are we doing? And this card that represents fighting, arguments, debates. Boom, 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 boom. The information, this card again, the information coming in, whether it's from spirit, whether it's our own thoughts, whether it's from other people and friends, to celebrate. Let's get out there. Let's go celebrate, like AKA that vacation, that trip, getting out into nature, going by the ocean, going by the creek. And then this card of moving forward and looking backwards, and this bothering us. This, but the worst is over. The worst of the journey is over. So I'm sure that whoever, I'm talking about, and whatever this situation is that needs to be forgiven here, Cancer, I'm sure that enough time has gone by that, you're at least interested to hear, yeah, I could do that. I could see that. I could, be the bigger person now, but maybe not a week ago, maybe not a month ago. But this is about moving into that loving aspect. And how are we, if we're moving forward and looking backwards, how do we not trip, so to speak? Like I was saying earlier, we have to be in the present moment. So it's like I keep seeing this reoccurring pattern of putting the ball in their court. If it's like kind of like there's this energy game that goes on between us, in these human vessels sometimes, where it's like we throw something to them and then they throw it back to us and then we throw it back to them. But it's you bowing out gracefully and saying, hey, here's the ball. I don't want to play anymore. I love you. I forgive you, or whatever it is, or just, like I said, reaching out the olive branch. So I hope that makes sense to you, Cancer. And if it doesn't right now, I hope it does by the end of the month, because this is what Spirit wants you to know. You're manifesting your reality. You have all the elements on the table as the cloud cover. You're this incredibly loving being, is how people are viewing you. So get it done. Get it done, you high angelic you. All righty. Leo. Yeah. Okay. Now what time are we at here? 47:07. Here we go. Looks like I need a vacation too, huh? All right. Timelines, bottom of the deck. Okay. Straight up a soul retrieval card right over the most loving man in the deck. Okay, so whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal watching this, something took place, something has taken place that we are not in our most loving state. So retrieving whatever that is, doing the work, doing the meditations, manifesting the timeline also. There's this card again in the same position. That's 3 times the 3 of Wands in the 3rd position. So manifesting the timeline, like I said, to those of you out there that are taking my tarot course, I always say, pay attention when both of these are coming up together. It's often, once again, a soul retrieval frequency. Something about something that was taken from us, but sometimes it wasn't taken. Sometimes we actually willingly gave it up due to a certain situation, due to something that was taking place. So we're seeing physical actually reclaiming, doing the work, saying it, speaking it into being, and getting it done. The past. Okay, who's she? That's what I want to know. Because this seems like a different person from the past. Whether it's Mama Bear, we're seeing this multi-dimensional goddess that's helping us get this work done, that's helping us with this transition under the sign of Leo. Is something that had to happen. We're literally seeing that this was a karmic thing, whatever it is that we're healing. This was a karmic thing, and this is this is all coming from some decision of something that we wanted to go through this, we wanted to do this, and it had to do with us fully getting into our inner child. So people see that inner child, people see that gigantic heart, people see that loving aspect, but sometimes we want to try to show it to somebody that can't see it. So just want to make sure that you're not, staying up at night, you're not processing this at night, you're having that good sleep, you're having that good time, Leo, because this is something that's being processed. That was an inevitable thing that you asked for before you came here. We asked for this, we needed this to take place, because it's kind of like this. When we go through these shifts, when we go through these challenges, whatever it is, it makes us so much stronger. And it's like, sometimes it's an amplified frequency of something that happened when we were younger, but it's like, eventually this stuff gets to the point where it's like, well, now it can't happen again. It's not going to happen again, because it's like, it's almost like it can't phase me. It can't phase us anymore, because we've reached this state of mastery where it's just like, not that it's actually gotten numb. I don't mean it like that. It's the fact that it's like, if the situation keeps getting better in some way, shape, or form, and then it happens again, it's like the challenge becomes stronger. And when we come through the other side of it, and take that high ground that we already have, like this says, basically we have the high ground with this very loving person that was trying to love where love wasn't wanted. So this is some sort of shift, this is some sort of thing, but it's like we gave a little bit too much of ourselves, is what I'm seeing. And oh wow, is this gnarly. Look at all these. Thank God the Ten of Swords isn't here. What a doozy. All of my favorite swords cards, everybody. So I'm seeing this card of emotions in the body being caused by the mind. So feelings in the body being caused by the mind, and difficulty knowing whether to go left or go right. Release. Spirit is telling us to release. Spirit is telling us to move on to the best possible timeline, choose the best possible timeline, and whatever the heck this is that took place, it is not serving us. It has ran its course. It was a completion. It was a karma, and it's very, very, very done. So looking right here at this moon card with this tough decision, this basically being done with the full moon magic, manifesting it during the new moon, manifesting it during the full moon to be done, completing it, or this, one second, this will be complete by the full moon. We're going to feel a drastic transformation by that time, because this is something that we've been manifesting, and also our loved ones around us have been manifesting and praying for us as well. Look at that high angelic, okay? Your angel wants you to know this, and you are that angel. You are the angel that wants you to know this information. Again, this card at the end of the reading, in the look ahead of the conclusion of the month. This spirit is definitely, like, my whole spiritual community, my family out there, we're seeing this multi-dimensional card, and we're seeing once again this angelic, the spirit guide, whatever it is. Tap, 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 tap. The information's coming in. We're being reminded of this stuff over and over and over again. So looks like it's time for us to book that vacation too, Leo. So I'm seeing this done by the end of the month. Where do you want to go? Where are we going? What are we doing? We are on Leo. Somebody just asked what sign we're on. I think that was Madison. What up? So yeah, the abundance is there, whether you believe it is or not. The funds are there to go on this trip. Let's go on that vacation. Let's book it. Let's plan it out. I mean, it seems like that's going for a lot of the signs, but it's sometimes you got to shake things up a little bit. Sometimes you got to shake things up again, so you can get out, so you can get out into nature, so you can go and then look back on everything that's taken place and really heal it, really let it dissolve and transmutate. So once again, the whole cloud cover is the timeline. The timeline, this being in the same position. How do I get on the best possible timeline? Do I get on the best possible timeline if I'm carrying all this stuff and saying why, or it's not fair, or whatever the heck the thing is? No, you don't. So really processing it, knowing it had its purpose, it had its time and place, and that time and place is done. So let's heal it, let's transmute it, let's be that loving rock on the high ground, which you are already, my family. I love you so much. What are we on now? We are on Virgo. Oh, isn't this fun? We have so much fun here. Putting all of our stuff out on the table. 55, 25. 55, 25. Virgo. Okay. Woo! All right. All right, Virgo, let's do this. Whew. Good stuff. Heading towards victory. Virgo's like, thank God. Okay. Alrighty. Un momento, por favor. Okay. Woo! Alrighty. That was the first time I got that message. Can't tune in for a little bit? 4 people got bored and left? Okay. This is how we get the truth here, family. Anyways, we get the Queen of Cups with the Death card over it, Virgo. So this is actually showing, I actually had to tune in for this one. I've never seen this combination of cards. There's some sort of multi-dimensional frequency, other dimensional version, higher self, spirit guide. There is some sort of force that we have been tuning in on, whether we know it or not, that is no longer serving us. There's a belief structure shift that has taken place from the timeline shifts that have been taking place, that something is no longer serving us. That is purely and entirely angelic. And this is all just about this change. When I look in the emotional category, we get the Lover's card. I like to see that. Looking at the physical and seeing this card of meditating out in nature, once again, it's once again this reminder of being who we want to see in our reality, being the frequency, instead of waiting for the frequency or waiting for the savior or whatever it is, being the best possible version of us that we can be. And that's why this old, it's almost like it reminds me of like the dragon is like shedding their skin. That's what this combination of cards of this Queen of Cups with the Death card reminds me of. So basically looking at this as the Lover's card, the Hangman, it's about doing this meditation, really doing the work that we came here to do. Okay, so looking at the past, we see the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so this is this energy we've been standing still with. This is this energy that we've had. What am I doing with this? Standing still with this. Standing still with this information of meditation. Have you been meditating? Have you been doing whatever this is? Have you wanted to do this work? Is there some aspect of self or thought structure that you know isn't serving you, that you're still running for some reason? and then looking at these two connected, the finer things in life, having the finer things in life, but my focus is on that snail, so moving a little bit slower than you want to. I know how you love that speed, Virgo. And this, here we are again, balancing of the masculine and the feminine. So this balance of the masculine and the feminine is what's taking place, us manifesting this, or spirit manifesting it, because it's an inevitable action, as I was saying earlier. I think that was in the Cancer reading, or Gemini. And that truth shall set you free. You guys are realizing the truth. That's what this is saying, Virgo. It's saying that you're realizing the truth. The truth is setting you free. You're realizing what's no longer serving you. Thought structures, belief structures, jobs, people. There's a lot that's shifting in your reality, and you need to trust your intuition. And it doesn't matter what others are thinking. It doesn't matter what your family, your friends, your coworkers are thinking, so to speak. I mean, obviously, you got to keep the boss at least a little bit happy, right? But if there is one, I hope there isn't. I hope you have your own business and you're your own boss. But anyways, Ace of Swords. The truth shall set you free, and it already is, because others are seeing it set you free. So, hopes or fears? Fears, there's something that you're not ready to let go. There's something that you're, I need to choose to go left or go right. I either need to choose to keep this or let it go, and you haven't made this decision, but there's a lot shedding away. You're heading towards victory. You're doing this work. It can be a really quick thing. I see it's going to be a quick thing, and it's going to be something that takes place during this month of June. So, what is it? What is this thing? You've had so many shifts. You've realized so many truths. You already were free, but it's like you're more free than ever. But really sitting, once again, is meditating out in nature. Meditate upon it. Really ask yourself, what is it that I need to release? It's the same position the Ace of Cups was in last time. The same position. What needs to be released? The cup flowing, the cup spilling over. This is showing the hand of the original creator of your soul, source, God, original creators, where I like to go, original creator of my soul, but whatever your vernacular may be, or universe, this is showing that hand handing you this cup to release, to grieve, to release, get out into nature, whatever it is. There's something that hasn't been released or forgiven. Okay? Maybe this person that needs to be forgiven, maybe this energy that needs to be released is somebody from a past lifetime. Maybe this person is from a past lifetime, and we actually wanted them to be in our reality to prove that we could get through this, to prove that we could do this work, to prove that them doing this thing to us had little or no effect. Because we see this card that represents hurt, and then we see this card that represents that light warrior. So whatever this hurt is, whatever this heartache is, this got you in touch with your power. And this is happening again. This is basically saying there's more upgrades and not happening again right now in the present moment. I'm saying that something, whatever this is that needs to be forgiven and the cup spills over from, and what you're supposed to be meditating upon to find, there's a huge upgrade that comes from releasing this and forgiving. There she is again with the sword of truth. There's that goddess with the sword of truth, and this is some sort of thought structure, because it's like, the bigger the hat, the bigger the thought structure. So there's some sort of truth that needs to be realized. So it's like, it brings me right back to that whole thing again. I know it bothers so many. It bothers so many when I say it, but it's like, if we take accountability for whatever has taken place, as we wanted it, we created it to become better, to reach mastery, to make sure that we didn't just end up on Wall Street or selling cars or a regional manager somewhere. And I'm not saying it's bad if you're doing that stuff now. I'm saying that for many of us, we came here with a specific purpose and a life purpose to get a job done. And without these traumas, you need to really honestly and truly ask yourself, do you think you'd be as close to that life purpose right now if these things hadn't happened? If you hadn't had a reason to force you to meditate, to force you to be like, what's going on? What's going on? Why is this happening to me? What is this reoccurring pattern? What is this? And to seek bettering yourself. Visualization, meditation, whatever it is, however this journey started for you, because I'm sure that it's just if you're watching this, you're on the journey, you're on this path with me, my family, and I thank you for being here with me. So once again, moving forward towards retrieving whatever it is, releasing whatever it is. My attention is once again on this dark section of this tomb, so to speak. this ultimatum. So moving forward, how do we move forward? We meditate, we find what it is. We're releasing the truth. We're heading towards victory. To keep heading towards victory, to keep on this path, which is going to happen anyway, one way or the other, there's something that needs to be released. Why? People are like, why can't he just like drop the cards and say, lots of money's coming in? We got work to do, guys. We got timeline shifts coming in September. We're not ready. No, we're ready. We're ready. We're heading towards victory. These are very good readings. These are very positive readings. This is really just about exposing the last remaining stuff that we know we want to be done. So an hour, 5:33, 1:05:33, Libra. Let's check in, Libra. Let's see how you're doing. That's a popper. One more, huh? Okay, that's new. The same. It's the same. It's the death on its side. Alrighty. Sometimes I feel like I give the same reading 12 times. This is one of those days. Okay? Tough decision. All right. Let's take a look. What the tough decision is. All right. So this one's a little bit different, but once again, 1 second. All right. How funny. As I have the It's You Guru mug to my sisters out there in the Carolinas. The Hierophant, the guru, and then this down on its side. So it's about being your own guru, Libra, okay? There's some aspect of what's being followed, what's being looked at, what's being looked up to, and you have the answer in this situation. Whatever's taking place in June, I'm all for reaching out, getting the information, looking outward, looking almost like for that regularly scheduled maintenance. Like for me, it's like going to the Cairo or, booking a reading, booking a session, whatever it is. But this is about you doing whatever this particular portion is, whatever's taking place this month of June, Libra. It's about you doing it yourself. Because I see, here we are again, my focus is still on that shadow portion of the energy returning to you. Something's returning to you energetically, and physically it seems like hard work. So there's something that's taking place that seems like hard work, it seems difficult, but it's because of this balance that's been being sought from the past. So this balance from receiving this truth, this work that you came here to get done and you want to get done, and this is where this awakening comes from. This awakening of here she is again, there's that earth goddess. So we see this energy returning of, maybe this is from a past life trauma. because I'm seeing this card of energy returning, and I'm seeing this card that, you know, some consider her with her familiar cat, the W word. Like I said, we don't use the W word here, but we're seeing this card that represents, you know, we see the dead actually coming out of their coffins, and then we see this card down on its side. So it's about being your own guru and allowing this transition to take place. And looking right here, how are others viewing you? Others are viewing you. You got it all going on, Libra. Once again, you know, this is the tree of the Sephiroth. So I love what I see here. I see the inner child. I see woman, man, grandpa. I see everything all going on. I see the castle. I see that things are very great right now. And that is awesome. But there's something that's coming up that you want to do this work yourself, like I said, and for some reason that's a tough decision. If you feel like you really need to reach out to somebody, then reach out to them. But this looks like Spirit is nudging you to do this yourself, okay? Hopes and fears, hoping for that lover. We see this hope card coming up in the lovers category, in the hopes and fears category, rather. Is it possible there's a Libra out there that's fearing this? Maybe. I'm going to just take this as for the majority, it's a hope card. Hoping for this soulmate, this you know, this twin flame. I use the term very loosely. That's a video for another day. But hoping for this person from a past lifetime. And it's like, you know, a lot of times I question that. It's like, you know, maybe instead of us all manifesting a soulmate, manifesting somebody that we had this trauma with to go through this healing and what those words actually mean. You know, maybe manifesting the final one, or just getting it done, or manifesting something new, something fresh, something where there isn't that challenge. Like I said, that's got to be a whole nother video because it's too much information to pack into one card right now. But either way, if this is a soulmate, it's a life-changing experience. They teach you something, you teach them something. It's very, very awesome. It's very, very, you know, life-changing. And we can, mind you, when it comes to a soulmate or a twin flame, we can get through the challenges to work to the other side. And we can, this person can be the end-all, be-all for us in this lifetime. But, you know, more often than not, from what I've seen, it's a temporary thing. So I see this offering of love. I see you moving forward with this offering of love and having that house on the hill. So your hope is to get this house on the hill from this offering of love, to have the finer things in life. This doesn't actually have to be a physical house. It's about attaining the finer things in life by making this offering of love. So I'm happy to see this because, you know, this is something that sometimes there are certain trust things that not wanting to give the heart, not wanting to give the love, not wanting to be open to love. But then we get here to this, you know, difficulty knowing whether to go left or go right. So there's this question of, you know, am I open? Do I give my heart? Do I trust? Do I do what feels right in one moment and maybe not in the next? To have the best possible lover, we have to be willing to do this. We have to be willing to go through the whatever. Like, I have to trust this person. It's about trust. It's about faith. So just really going through all of that and just asking yourself if, you know, whatever this situation, whatever this shift is that you're needing to be your own guru right now, really asking yourself, was I the most loving I could have been, number one, and did I go all in is what I'm really getting. That's the proper words. Did I go all in this situation? And would it have been different if I did? Okay? So the last 3 cards, which are actually 6 cards of looking forward into the future of the month, we see this you heal me, I heal you. So this caduceus, this friend that used to heal us, or this person that dropped cards for us, or that Reiki practitioner. But it shows us alone. We get to the Hermit card. So once again, it's reiterating being your own guru, whatever's taking place. If you have to reach out to somebody, reaching out to them. But it's once again Spirit reminding you, whatever was done to you, whatever this person did for you to help you go through a healing, to help you realize some information, this time, this month, it's about you doing it yourself. Look at you, Libra. I love this. They're high angelic, moving forward in balance. Once again, it's reiterating. Where was the card? I don't even know now. I lost it. Oh, here it is. There it is. That man, woman, child card again. Others are seeing you in the state of balance. So this is awesome. You moving forward, you know, it's like the angel in the chariot. I love to see this. So you're moving forward as this angel in the chariot. But my question is, what are you processing at night? What's keeping you up at night? What are you waking up? Are you paying attention to your dreams? Because Spirit is having you have these dreams. This card again in the last 3, you guys. You know, it's like somebody do the math out there. You don't have to. I'm just kidding. But seriously, this is up again. This card in the last portion of the reading. What are you processing, or what are you not processing? So paying attention to your dreams, Libra. Paying attention to your dreams. Paying attention. What are you thinking about in the morning? What are you thinking about in the night? What's waking you up? What is that vibration in your heart? So, and that is the work that is to be done this month, if you choose to accept your mission. Okay. Alrighty. Scorp. What are we at? 1:15:43. 1:15:43. Alrighty, let's do this. Come on, Scorpio, I want a good one. Okay. Ooh. Nice. Okay. All right. I'm noticing a theme. Actually, this one's about helping others. This one's about helping others, actually, this time. Okay. All right. So, here we go. The truth shall set you free, right there. What's preventing that truth from being set free? The speed that it comes in at. So, there is... there's a wave coming, Scorpio. The truth is already here, but the truth is going to be very, very amplified. And that truth is love. Okay? Something's been shifting in your reality, something's been taking place, and there's been some sort of realization with self-worth, I believe it is. It's close. It's not it exactly. But something has been realized internally, and this shift is shifting your reality, and it's shifting the people that you want in it, and it's shifting, you know, they're also other people's friends and, you know, people in your realities draw to you. Like how they're seeing you, because you've gone through this shift. It's happened pretty quickly. There's some sort of realization, and that realization pertains to love. We see once again physical, spiritual, mind, body, spirit, all right here in the physical location. So we're seeing this shift, which is very, very awesome. I love to see that. It's from some magic that came from the past. You got some sort of download from the past. Look at the 2 aces side by side. So much power. So some sort of magical upgrade that came from the past that made us get to completion. Completion of what? Thought structures that are no longer serving us. Thought structures that weren't serving us anymore. So just pay attention. Make sure these thoughts are still not coming up, Scorpio. This is a very awesome reading. Yeah, it's our 1 out of 12. No, I'm just kidding. No, there's more than that. They're all good. They're all good, everybody. Just everybody give Scorpio a round of applause. Yeah, okay. Keep going. Keep going. It's been a doozy over there. I don't know if you guys were watching. I mean, last month's was good, but there's been some, Scorpio's been going through some processing, that's for sure. How are others viewing you? Others are viewing you as this feminine frequency of fire. What an awesome way for people to view you. That business woman almost, that powerful frequency of fire, and knowing what to do, knowing the best business strategy, as I was saying earlier. And when I say business strategy, I don't mean only pertaining to business. I mean in all dealings and all of the inner workings. So this is some high vibe, very powerful feminine codes that you're running right now. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, awesome job, Scorpio. So hopes and fears. I'm actually picking up a fear that the past is going to repeat itself. Fear that some sort of I couldn't do this last time. Last time I did this, I got punished for it. That cannot happen in this present moment, in this timeline. That is an old way of when this stuff was being controlled. There's nothing to control anymore. We're already free, family. So what is the thing you want to do? Is it a video? Is it a blog? Is it making music? Is it making art? Whatever you were told and then believed that you couldn't do it. It is time to do it, whatever it is. If people don't understand it, if they think it's evil, they think it's the devil, they think it's witchcraft, whatever, it's not. I bet you it's not. Because this is like that card represents the priestess, the goddess, wanting to be out in nature and dance and pick herbs and stuff, and being punished for it. That is not going to happen. I promise you. It's just not going to happen. So do the work. We're seeing do the work. Communicate with that inner child, as I was saying earlier. The inner child knows the joy, and then she's the one who knows how to create that joy and create the action for the masculine to be the driving force to create it. All three parts working together. The cosmic card, the King of Swords. Okay, this focus on the and not even that it's a focus. It's just there's a belief structure that you need to know it's completed, and like the bad man or the bad person is gone. The person trying to control us, this is no longer a thing. So whoever this is representing, whether this is a father figure or a boss or past lifetime connections to something that took place, Spirit was reminding us that it's completed. Whatever it is, it's very much so done, Scorpio. So there's that tough decision card again. The tough decision, hard work, love? No. It's not hard work. It's not hard work. If we just emanate it, if we just are it, and this is like, once again, it brings us back to the truth. It brings us back to the truth that came in quick. Love is the only real house of magic. I know you know this, but there's something that took place, whether it was in this lifetime or a last, that had certain, like I said, I don't have the words exactly, because I got this from Spirit. Something with self-worth or something with... I'm not getting it exactly. Probably because it's a little bit different for everybody. I mean, this is a quantum reading for like almost 12% of the not 12%, 1/12 of the population born under Scorpio. So it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But something has shifted, and you're seeing it. I'm sure you're seeing it. And if you haven't seen it yet, pay attention this month. And if any of these people are just like, oh, they're going another way, or you're being pushed to ask this person to not be in your reality anymore, as very, very supported by Spirit. And this being the last card in the deck is very, very positive, very powerful. So, yeah, good stuff, Scorpio. Anything else? Work stuff. Okay, nope, we're going to move along. Oh man, that boss is a doozy, aren't they? Okay. Okay. We're going to Sag. Here we go, Sag. Where are we at? 124.15. 124. Sagittarius. Here we go. I know it's Sagittarius. We gotta have a good time here, guys. Come on. All right, here we go. Okay, a completion. Okay, Sag, we're seeing a completion. All right. I need a second. Wow, okay. Okay, good. Good. Sometimes the cards look weirder than they are. This was one of those times. All right, so we got the Tower with this card over it. So there was a belief structure of love. There was a belief structure of something, once again, something along the lines of self-worth or what we deserve. That has been dissolved. The phoenix has risen from the ashes. So I'm seeing this emotional card being that card of happiness, the card of the sun. Very good stuff. And then in the physical, standing still, what am I going to do with this energy? What am I going to do with this abundance? What am I going to do with this power going forward? So the past, processing the past through our dream time. So something new, now that this is completed, there might be something that's coming up in dream time. There might be something that we're processing from the past that's going to come up now that we have the opportunity that this other thing is completed, this other thing is done. So Spirit wants you to definitely pay attention to your dreams. These two cards connected. What's going on with that friend? What's going on with our friend? Okay, so if our friend is going through some sort of challenge, you got to really ask yourself how much you should be emotionally, energetically, and physically invested in this. Because it seems like during the month of June, something's going to be going on with one of our friends, to the Sagittarius out there. Something's going to spring up. They're going to be looking for our help. Just make sure they're not looking for you to save them. The savior complex is a distortion, my family. We are protectors. We are defenders. We are not saviors. We cannot save anybody. They need to save themselves. So when this person steps forward, no matter how good of a friend they are, make sure that you're giving them the information of what you would do in that situation, but do not just completely let your energy be sucked dry, so to speak, okay? So others are watching you as the wheel of karma, the wheel of fortune. So this was something that was going to be healed, and it has been healed, and you might be looking at it from this present moment as, is it really? It definitely is. I'm seeing that this is complete, because I'm seeing that the new thing that has been bottled up, or the new thing that has not been faced, is now coming to the surface. So this is a very good thing. This is this transition. So hopes or fears, like I said, some of these cards look weirder than this really was. This actually, looking at this from like a standstill, it looked like it wasn't positive, but it's very positive. So hopes or fears. There is a little fear about money. Okay, so there is a little fear about like what's going on, where's the money going to come from, where's the abundance going to come from. So don't worry about that. Just know like something's been going on, it's done. Get in touch with that inner child. Get in touch with that joy. There's more of an opportunity there to look in and look inwards and really seek, where's the mastery? What do I see myself doing every day, all day? Because it literally goes from the emperor, so the master among masters, and a new beginning. So on this new beginning that is coming from this shift that you have so gracefully made your way through, here's that release, all in the diagonal with this this phoenix rising from the ashes. So we see the cup spilling over. So that's my question: is what could you do the whole day, the entire day, and not get bored of it? What is that thing? What is that joy? It doesn't matter how ridiculous it seems. It doesn't matter how ridiculous our loved ones or our partners or our friends think it is. It's really about, you completed this. Where's the mastery? The mastery is in you following that joy and knowing that that joy is your path of your life purpose. I love to see this combo of cards right here. Look at it. I see the light warrior and this like galactic earth goddess all in one. That card that represents mama bear. So this is a very powerful frequency. This is showing the light warrior that you are, the light worker that you are in the divine feminine among all feminines. Surprise, surprise. Why? The Eight of Wands again. Okay, with the Lover's card. So we see the Lover's card with the Eight of Wands. So there's some sort of communication. There's a commotion going on. That's a commotion of communication. There's some sort of communication going on with this lover or this person that we thought could potentially be a lover, or just maybe a different way of communicating, a different way of not bottling things up and having these conversations. Like a different way of how we used to do it in the past. All right, that's what I'm getting. There's going to be something that comes up that we've reached mastery. So sometimes when we reach a new level, when we reach a new mastery, when we go through and like the phoenix rises from the ashes, like I said, spirit will test us. Spirit will test us and make sure, because we're seeing body, mind, spirit overlaid over the difficulty of knowing whether to go left or go right. So it's like, now that you've gotten to this next step in your mind, body, and spirit, this situation that last time it came up, you didn't know whether to go left or go right. It's like, it's kind of like I'm giving you, Spirit was going to give you a pop quiz, but your brother's here to let you know, hey, a pop quiz is coming. So pay attention and study up. Okay, Sag, good stuff. I like this. And reminder, the cloud cover was the completion again as well. So it's done. Whatever it is, it's done. It's not the way it was before. It's not the way it was before. So release that thought structure if you're still carrying it. Alrighty. Capricorn 132:38. Gabagool. All right, here we go. The sea goat. Capricorn. Given this message a lot of times today. Please, please go on vacation. Please. I have to beg Capricorn because they're the hardest workers. And yeah, you need to go on vacation. Very, very badly. Okay, moving on. All right, moving forward in balance. But the rainbow bridge is down on its side. So there needs to be a balance of the masculine, the feminine, and the inner child. And there isn't right now. And let's see why. Is there a turd in the punch bowl, Capricorn? Who is it? Who is it? You know who it is. I don't like seeing this in the emotional category. All right, so this is a card that represents some sort of betrayal, someone talking behind our backs. Here's the good news. The truth sets you free. You either realize this, somebody gives you this information, or you already know who it is. You already know what's going on. You already know somebody's not doing the right thing. Because I see this physical card of the truth setting you free. So you're finding out the information. Somebody's letting you know what took place. Somebody's letting you know about some sort of betrayal or who's talking about you behind your back. Shocker, we got this card again. So we see, once again, information coming in. Someone from the past. So this card has been representing information coming in from spirit. This looks like this actually is somebody. It's almost like a friend overhears something, or a friend sees something, or a family member or somebody, and they're communicating with us about what's taking place from the past. As we move forward, looking backwards, like I was saying, that Ted in the punch bowl, that person that prefers the brown light and likes drama. And I know you don't like the brown light. You know, you're like me. You like that magenta, teal, you know, that the flavor, okay? That violet, okay? Well, what is this, okay? Why are we looking back at this? You know, why are we looking back at this? Once again, what did I say? Let me show you the line. I show you guys this line often enough. Okay, so the turd in the punch bowl was a soulmate. What was I talking about earlier? What was that during? Virgo or something? So we see that there's somebody from a past lifetime. This doesn't mean it guaranteed needs to be a lover. This could be a friend. It could be a family member. Because the Lover's card also does represent soul family. I do think it's probably a love situation. I do. I would say at least for the majority. It's some sort of little mini betrayal, tiny dark night of the soul thing going on right now. And you might know. You might know. But you know, pay attention with your friends also. Pay attention to what's going on, co-workers, and keep your eye on that lover if they are there. Keep your eye on them. Anyways, you know the truth. You feel the truth. You've got both cards that say the truth shall set you free. You've got this in the physical, and then it also shows you holding that sword. Because look at how she's holding this sword straight out. That sword of truth. She's holding that sword straight out. Her elbow is not even on the armrest. To hold a broadsword out, that's a two-handed sword. She's holding it straight out. That means that it's weightless. That means that it's truth. That means that it's freedom. So realizing that this was a karmic thing, the hopes and fears. You're hoping it was a karmic thing. You're fearing it was a karmic thing. Either way, it was. It was a karmic thing that needed to be agreed upon. It was a thing that you said, I want this to happen. You're the reflection. I'll be this for you. You be this for me. So whoever this person is that enjoys drama, here's my real question. Why are you still thinking about them? Why do you miss this person? Are you addicted to it? Are you addicted to the trauma? Are you addicted to the situation? That's one thing you can ask yourself. And I'm not saying guaranteed all the Capricorns are. I'm not saying that. This card could also represent you processing it a little bit too much when it just needs to be released, and you know this person isn't serving you. This person isn't serving you. You're heading towards celebration. You're heading towards the best possible timeline. Book that trip. Book that trip. Going back past that Lover's card where the actual position it's in shows thinking at night, processing dream time, Lover's card. But then what does it get to? Oh, that silver lining on the cloud. The celebration in the cosmic position. very, very good things are coming. Very, very good things are here. You know, the truth being known, that validation. Do we always, like, you know, a lot of times, like I tell Spirit, like, I'm looking for validation when I don't need it, but it is so nice when we hear it. It is so nice when we get the validation. So seeing this card that represents fighting, quarreling, debate, and standing still with the energy. Seeing that High Priestess. Who is that High Priestess to you? Who's that friend? Who's that friend that tunes in? So maybe it's not actually waiting for the information to come to you. Maybe there's somebody that you have to reach out to and say, like, you know, my gut's been telling me this. Can you look into this situation for me? Because this is that flash forward to the end of the month. Can you look into that situation for me? Because upon meditation, I think that this person is no bueno. I don't think this person is very good. That you might think you're stuck with. People think this card is bad. It's not bad. Look at how loose the chain is. At any given moment, you can just much like a shirt, take the shirt off and walk away from this person. Okay, whatever the situation is. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be a love situation, but I think for the majority it is. Getting the Devil card and the Lover's card, both cards vibrating at a 6. So, you know, I think I was telling Libra not to reach out to anyone, be your own guru. And now I'm telling you guys under Capricorn, there's a friend or there's somebody you look up to their information that you should reach out to. But it's after meditating. It's after about looking in. It's after about what is my gut telling me? What is my body telling me? Who is this is my question. Because this line goes straight across, right to the Devil card. So who is this person? Okay? You deserve better. And by you deserve better, I mean way better. They're changing though, Alexander. Not fast enough. All right, moving on. You having fun yet? Aquarius. Let's get that. We got a little rose quartz boom in the shot. Yeah, there's just, you know, Capricorn needs it. Let's just bring that love train on through. Dance it off, Capricorn. Dance it off. Dance it off. It's a good thing. Good things are coming. I'm gonna have some coffee. That one made me sweat. Alrighty. Aquarius. Save me, Aquarius. No. You were just saying not to save, to protect. You guys don't sound like that to me. I don't know why that's the voice. 142, 44. 142, 44. Here we go. The Fool popped out. So you're wondering, I know somebody was like, I saw that. All right. Yes, yes, no, no. Ah. No. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, Aquarius. Don't tune out. It's good stuff. All right. Anyways, that house up on the hill, attaining the finer things in life. And then we get this card that's kind of like Murphy's Law when it combines with it. So there's some sort of belief structure that is preventing having all the best things, having what we want. There's a belief structure that's very limiting that needs to be released. Okay, we see this energetic card of difficulty of whether to move left or go right. Oh, these readings are so similar today. And this physical card of being physically, not even physically hurt, it's just brokenhearted. Something that took place, could be from the past, could be something we have to forgive all the way back from high school or something. Could be something that's happening right now as well. But this card either represents cheating or heartache or hurting that has taken place. Because then we look at the past and we see the Hermit. We see the card of spending time alone, being alone in nature. So there's definitely some sort of aspect of looking back on the past right now for Aquarius, for many of us, but for Aquarius for sure. All of the elements on the table in that offering. So we have all the elements on the table. We're getting an offering from Spirit. We're getting an offering from the universe, original creator of our souls, God, whatever the vernacular is. We're getting an offering in it's literally like, it's like a sign. It's like we're seeing a sign in the physical of what we're supposed to do, and what we're supposed to be doing is releasing what took place in the past. Okay, my teacher Connie, she always told me to pay attention when these two cards come up together. So if these two cards come up together in a reading, it's basically saying there's too many people in the picture. So this could be a card of love and some sort of cheating frequency. This can also be a card of representing attempting something in love that we were like, I'm going to give this a whirl, and it just doesn't work for us. That's the way I'm going to say that right now. So if you can figure out that cryptic message, then awesome. That's the most I'm going to say. But this would be actually us allowing more than the the typical amount to be in a love frequency, in a love scenario. Okay. So when I look right here at the hopes and fears, it's fearing, once again, this was coming up in one of the other readings, fearing the bad man, fearing this person that is going to hurt us, saying it always, things start off like this and then this happens. So either fearing whoever this person is to us, or fearing them showing up in another form. So who is this person that we've been manifesting to go through this challenge, to go through this thing? Because I want it to just be done. And it's like, I see this card that represents it's hard work. It's been hard work. And, normally I'm like, oh, it doesn't have to be hard. No, this has been hard work, Aquarius. I got to hand it to you, honestly. So I see this offering of love. I see you stepping forward with this offering of love, and that's the work. We cannot let these past situations, we cannot let these past people that hurt us prevent us from going all in. It's like, it's like we always tell ourselves like, oh, I'm protecting myself, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But it's like, are you really? Are you really? Because if we don't go all in whatever this situation that's coming up later in the month, if there's this fear of what if they're doing what the other person did, it's like, really, what is honestly the worst that can happen? Like you going in more, or I don't know. I want you guys to question this for yourself, because this is what I've been questioning for myself. And it's like, there's no real way of protecting yourself, because if you try to protect yourself by like protecting your heart, then if now like the two of you don't really meet eye to eye, and they see that and they feel that, and there's kind of this clash of them saying, oh, trust me, like, the trust is there. There might be a thought structure in their head of, why aren't they trusting me? Is it because I can't trust them? But it's like, if we all just went all in, there wouldn't be any regrets or resentments later in life. Like later on in life, it would just be like, hey, I went all in, I did the thing, because that's where I am right now. It's kind of like, how much worse could anything get? If you go all in, you at least know. So do not let these past situations prevent you from being this love force that you are, plain and simple. Because what I see is you moving forward while looking backwards. So if this is a new thing that's manifesting, if this is somebody that you manifested, it's like, I always say, they're going to be in the same mental thought structure that you are. So if you're wondering if this is over, then they're going to be wondering if this is over. So if they haven't stepped forward yet, I would just really sit and do that work and make sure as you're moving forwards, you're looking forwards and releasing the past. That's what Spirit wants you to release the past. Here's this card again. Once again, normally my focus is in different areas. My focus has been here all day today, guys. So it's like, something returning to you, something that you gave up from a certain situation, something that I'll come back for this later. And you've done the work. So here's your harvest. What is your harvest? I told you it would end good. That last card, the Temperance card. The harvest is you realizing and becoming the angel that you already were, but having this realization to be this angel in the physical. You are a high angelic. Once again, this is this reminder to myself and to you guys. We asked for these traumas. You asked for this person to do this. If everything was just hunky-dory and whatever, that situation just went exactly how it was the very first time, and this reoccurring pattern didn't start, we would have never went through this healing. We would have never found our life purpose. Maybe I know I wouldn't have. So really look at this yourself, Aquarius. It's very good. What's coming up? Just ask yourself what's preventing you from going all in, and just know that these people from the past, they don't have to be manifested anymore. This can be done. This can be done. Or you can prove it to yourself that regardless, if it did happen again, I don't want you to be thinking, oh, Alexander told me this was done. If it did happen again, it's like, well, now it can't happen again. I went all in. I've proven to myself this isn't a factor that can hurt me. This isn't a factor that can prevent me from being this angelic force of love that I am. Here we go, Pisces. What time are we at? 1:51:23. My pen is dead. I'm just grinding a dead pen into the paper. It's okay, I can still read it. Need a new pen. Here we go. Oh, Pisces. You're late? Yeah, you're not late. I'm early. I was doing these a little bit later in the afternoon, but now I'm doing them, I've been blocking out my schedule on the days where I do the readings because I was noticing the days I was doing the readings and then doing the videos afterwards, it seemed like I was dragging my feet a little bit more, and you guys might not have noticed it, or maybe you did, but I wanted to go kind of more all in with the readings on the days where I am. So on the 1st and the 15th, you're not going to be able to book a session anymore is the general gist, but yeah. So it's going to be earlier. So just going forward, if you like to watch these live, I'll be, attempting, or I will be probably going live around 1:11. Not 1:11, 11:11. And that's California time right now, but Arizona is where we are broadcasting from. Did you guys hit that like button? Did you hit that subscribe button, the bell notification? It helps more people find this. I'd appreciate it. So I was checking, it said 30% of the people that are watching aren't subscribed. I'm looking at you. How long has your brother been doing this for you? I just gotta hit one little button. Okay, I'm done. All right, Pisces, June quantum reading. Got another good one. We got another good one, Pisces. All right. Yay. I do it for all the reasons. We need to hear this stuff. Anyways, good stuff. Look at the Overwatch. Don't threaten me with a good time, Jade. You're making a choice. Okay, so you're making a choice. You're weighing out your options. All right, and as I see you weighing out your options, you're looking, Pisces, you're looking at the timelines, you're looking at what's coming, and there's something shifting in your spiritual work. So I don't know, maybe you've been doing card readings or Reiki or, you know, certain sessions, massage, this thing, that thing. This is some sort of shift going on mentally, and like you're almost just like, do I want to do this anymore? Am I excited about doing this anymore? I'm going to have to go ahead and say, no, you're not. I mean, because this looks like Spirit's definitely validating something's shifting. And that doesn't mean that you have to stop doing the thing that you were doing, but it's like something new is coming in. And you might know what that is, but it seems like you're going to have more of an idea of what that is by the end of the month, or through doing some sort of, moon manifestation. So manifesting during the next new moon. I'm going to like see what is the next thing. Where is my joy? Communicating with your inner child, finding that frequency. And if need be, this is either going to be coming in. No, it's during the new moon. It's during the new moon. It's like putting, where is my magical mastery? Because this is showing in the physical. We're seeing the King of Wands. And this is representing all the men, all the women, everybody out there. So basically there's been something you've been doing in your spiritual, like your light worker mentality, but it's down on its side, like I said. And Spirit is communicating this with you. So we see the Spirit from the past, the Spirit guide, other dimensional versions, higher selves. Spirit's communicating with you that there's a shift. There's a shift going on. And, your joy, your life purpose, like the life purpose is blossoming, and or the your purpose is shifting, or your focus is shifting, because we see these two cards together. So the number 6 and 7, we're seeing it happening very quickly. I went the wrong way. The horse goes that way. We're seeing it happening very quickly, attaining the finer things in life. So if there's some sort of worry that the abundance isn't going to be there, this is like dissolving that for your mental faculties there, Pisces. This is saying it's going to happen really quickly, you getting the house on the hill. So very, very good, very positive stuff. And then looking at how others are viewing us. Others are viewing us as, once again, physical, mental, spiritual, like firing on all cylinders. Just like very, very good stuff going on. This is all manifesting hopes and fears, hoping to be that high priestess, because I can't see how you'd fear her. She sees beyond the veil. So maybe some work with opening up your third eye. Maybe once again, this is also just reiterating your spiritual work shifting. Maybe focusing on, like, maybe there's something with actually doing tarot, because she's also the tarot reader. So there's something shifting in your spiritual career, plain and simple, or your spiritual life. Very, very good stuff. Good cards. Here's an offering, once again, an offering from Spirit, how to move forward in balance. And then the cosmic card and the cosmic position, the magician, having all the elements on the table. Having the magician card, the masculine wizard with the high priestess, like the goddess card, very, very positive, very awesome reading. But it's all surrounding this, what am I doing next? What am I doing next? So there's a big shocker. Here's this card again. So energy has been returned. Something has drastically shifted in your reality, Pisces. And I just want to let you know, it was something karmic and it's done. The wheel has stopped, is what they're showing me. The wheel has stopped with this situation. And there's your magical ability. There's you as this earth goddess. This word witch is used no longer. I know I kept saying the W word, now I'm actually saying it. Whatever there was, a fear or something that was being processed, that you can't do this thing or work with herbs or work with whatever it is, or drop the cards, or what is my family, what are these people going to think, what are they going to believe? And honestly, I'd love for everybody to take time to listen to this portion of the reading, if you're still here, whether you're a Pisces or not. This isn't going to happen again. It's not possible. There are cameras everywhere. We're all connected. Everyone's carrying a camera phone around with them. There's no like rounding up of the magical people. It's a huge percentage of the population now. So this was something that was done in the past, and there's some belief structures and some that they're in fear to step into this, to be that light worker, to be that high priestess, to be that magician that you already are, my family. Thank you, Pisces. Thank you for ending this off on a good note. I love you guys so very much. If you can manage to find a slot in my schedule, galactictarot.com is where you can book your personal readings. It's busier than ever. I'm not really sure. But I love you guys and I appreciate all the support. If you want to become a patron member, it's under also the same name, Galactic Tarot. We do extended readings and free courses and a whole bunch of stuff over there. And energy jewelry at crystalcurrent.com. They love them. What can I say? The people love them. So much more new stuff to come. I love you guys so very much. Here's the love and gratitude. Thank you for being here with me. I will see you. If you're just one of the YouTube people and not just, I will see you on the 15th for the romance spreads. Like I was saying, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.